All right, very good afternoon, everybody. Warrior Junior here. I thought I'd get on. I didn't do anything yesterday, so I thought today kind of important to share my thoughts, my progress, my what what you consider progress. I guess when we get into this, we can think about the frustrations with progress sometimes. You might be actually moving ahead, but the pace is so minuscule. The successes are so minute that you don't even notice. It can be very challenging. There's a book called The Compound Effect. I heard of this, and they talk about geez, sorry, what I don't know what's going on. You know, training today uh, in the gym, and now felt like on my way to the market, there's a park, and I had some free time, so I was like, okay, let me. There's like a Shaolin way of training with the tree against the tree, and there's ways you can actually punch the tree, like you're supposed to like hit it with parts of your knuckle to strengthen your punch. But I like working on like different things, choreography, elevating my feet, lots of different shit, fluidity. It's not about trying to break the tree or you know impact the tree hard at all. It's just about aligning yourself and having something there to kind of when you're hitting the side of your arm, hit that. It strengthens the side of your arms and stuff. Tree is good for that. So kind of like pretend that the tree is like your friend, your training partner. You're not trying to kill it, but you're using it. you know, it's okay to take a little bit of that bark off, the the skin if you're kicking and stuff. But that's about it. You don't want to hurt the tree. Just think of it as your like guide in a way, partner and stuff. Use it to get better. So the reason I guess I did want to do this one was I went to the market and I saw this one that was and it's funny, she was like coming right at me with the shopping cart, and but she stopped the cart and then she walked right by me, and I said, no, yeah, I'm warrior go, and I did, and I just started with like, oh, this is my favorite aisle, it's like the vegetable aisle or something, I forget. And she was kind of receptive. She was receptive, and so I was trying to like okay, get some type of commonality. Say, oh, you look very familiar, like a model. And say, oh, I've been told on TV. And I said, well, I don't watch TV, and I just I could tell like I couldn't get like any kind of opening, like anything like to where I was just trying to keep it going, but she's like, well, I gotta go, and I was like, damn. I said, oh, I'll give you my card, or can I get your number to call you? Like I needed a little bit more power, a little more power in the closing there. When they try to run off, you kind of want to find out because their intention is, all right, I got to go. I got to do my shot. I'm busy. So you kind of got to crank up the pressure on that at that point. Um, a lot of it too, these people, they're not really in a hurry. They say they're in a hurry to go somewhere, but if something's that important, they'll make the time. You'd be surprised. Well, how do you know she's not married? How do you know she's not? But you know what? Don't get me started with the married or the boyfriend thing, because you know what? Anything can be changed. I told you this. If you go back and listen to someone like myself, nothing is static. Everything can change. Women leave guys all the time for all different reasons. Doesn't matter if they're married; they might not be happy. So don't try to overthink things in life because you don't know. You don't know. You think you know what society tells you how to think. Okay, and you know what I say to that? I don't have to say anything. That's the fucking problem. It infects your thinking. It infects your creativity, and it affects your boldness, your balls. To fucking be bold and to try. Society tells you that no, can't you take a hint? You know, I remember my friend of mine told me that one time. I used to go to this bar all the time when I used to drink in the valley, and I had the hots for this. And I remember, I don't even repeat the whole story, but I remember my friend, and it's like, I thought I could call her, you know, she had my number. Can't you take a hint? No, I'm not a fucking mind reader. I'm sorry. I'm not a clairvoyant or a psychic. So I don't know. Can't you take a hint? And then you start thinking, you're going to think yourself right out of everything. You're going to think your way right out of the opportunities that might be there. Because you're worried about people looking at you. You're worried about what they're thinking. You're worried about your reputation like you're somebody. You don't want to be looked at like a creep, a weirdo, or a freak. Because that's what the media, that's what the movies tell you. You see something you like, and you're just going to stand there and look, or you follow it, or, you know, like you're trying to be doing an approach. Oh, you're stranger danger, creepy stalker guy. I have news for you. You know, I'm going to educate you, not the person listening, but the people in the future that might actually listen to this. Everybody met, and everybody meets, and everybody met somehow. Okay, not everybody has a big social network of friends and shit like that. Okay, people met through all different types of things. I think my mom met my dad at a bar. Okay, it was his friend or something. You know, so I don't know. You know, everything is so regimented to, like, you know, everything's got to be this way or that way. You know, like, you know, cookie cutter, you know, fucking way in life, and you know it's not that way. Okay, you know, you overthink yourself. You know, overthink. In my life, I guess I've had just a couple of girlfriends. I met one at a bar. She doesn't even drink. Okay, happened to be there for like karaoke or something. And we hit it off right away, and I left with her. That's a very, very long time ago. The second chick I met, she was fucked up, and I met her like on a stoop. I thought she was with a group of people, but she wasn't. She was by herself. We just hit it off right away, real fast. She got up and she put her arm around me, and that was it. And I stopped drinking already. I already had a couple months sober. I think she still drinks, but she's not like an alcoholic or anything. I don't know if you know what? I just don't like the effects that, because as you can tell, I'm a very combative person, and you know when I start drinking sometimes and I'm not happy, you know, it can show. You know, I can really broadcast that and get me in a lot of trouble that way. Not physically fights or verbal altercations, but what happens is if the cops show up and they say, you know, well, I didn't do nothing, and they thought, well, you have anything to drink tonight? And I go, oh yeah, public intoxication, boom, got you. Happened to me before. I didn't do anything. I said some things. I was very mad, very angry. And the cops said, oh, public intoxication. Oh, boom, okay, you're going in. It's you know, so let me kind of get off that and get back to the topic at hand. You know, when I think about that. Well, okay, so I did talk to one that was a qualifier, got her attention. That's good. You know, I didn't get the number or find out if she was single and stuff because I casually, you know, see, I'm doing this you know, in chess they call it post-mortem. You know, go over the game after it's over. It doesn't matter anyway, but maybe you can try to figure out where the mistake lies. You know, figure out where you fucked up. You can come away with some knowledge. I think the knowledge is learned in the mistakes. So, you know, yeah. So approach was good, communication good. And then she was pulling away, and then you could just say, "Hey, is there any way I can get to see?" You know, I could, you know, it's just hard. It's like fishing, you know, and you got a live one there. It's gonna put up a fight, but you got to reel it in one crank at a time. If it doesn't snap the line, you will be able to pull it in. Actually, once it gets in easier, it gets kind of easier. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure exactly. But I know about the fight that's put up when you're, cast out and you're trying to reel something in. It's hard. But I guess a good fisherman, it's not hard. They're so used to it. You could say the same thing about a good pickup artist or somebody that has game. It just seems like it's tough. I do maintain my focus though. I'm always, again, I try to like be aware. At this park I was practicing, I saw there were some decent women walking around and everything, but I didn't see anything that really moved me. Um, and it's kind of weird because they got like these dog places for the dogs and stuff. They don't just run around. So those women, they're like focused to go to that where they can let their dogs go. And then you don't have a dog, so you're standing there, you're kind of observing, pretending you like the dogs, but you're trying to talk to the chick. It kind of looks like a little creepyish, weird, I guess. Can make it difficult. The best advice that I can give you is you want to try to eliminate the creepy, weird thing as fast as you can. Um, and the best way to do that is cut down the time differential when you see what you like. I always say, some of these guys, they say when you see one you like, you go like this: one, two, three, approach. Doesn't matter if she's on the phone. Doesn't matter. One, two, three, approach. Because the problem is, if you're standing there looking, and she sees that, and you don't do anything, and you're thinking, then she's going to get scared. It's just the way it is. It's just a a natural instinct of flee kind of thing. It's not like in the movies. Well, in the movies, it's like stranger, a guy like a creepy stalker kind of guy just looking like he's planning something evil, dangerous. It's not like in some of the movies where the woman does the approach. In my lifetime, I can tell you that it almost never happened. Almost never. It doesn't. The reality is reality. These movies can infect, you know, the way that people perceive things. It's just not true. It's like you have to creatively move in there. And it's best to move in as fast as possible because then your mind is not going to self sabotage you. I know you figure it's my mind, it's supposed to be working with me. You know what? I don't know why, but there's like it seems like it just doesn't want to get hurt. It just doesn't want to get offended. It doesn't want to like be bold. Don't do it. Don't do it. Kind of thing. Protecting yourself, but that protection is keeping you from achieving your dream. Or at least one of them. Weird, I know. People don't help you with it. It's like a lot. The common, my friend goes to me, well, what you want to do is build over time, kind of thing. Okay, that's that. I'm not discounting that, but you see somebody, might never see him again. How many times you go to the gym and you see the same person, and all of a sudden they move? Oh, I was waiting for the perfect time. Yeah, well, it never came. She's gone. What are you waiting for? Well, I don't want to look at you don't want to look. What fucking cares? Got rejected. I remember. You will never forget when you're young. If you've been rejected or anything, you will never fucking forget. You know, I could tell you I went out thousands upon thousands upon thousands of nights dancing, okay? And I can't remember half the time, you know, nothing. But I can tell you in sixth grade, when I asked this Latina chick to this dance, and she goes, no. And then she said, oh, but let me think about it. Okay? Her name was Tanya. I remember, Latina chick. I'll never forget it. Sixth grade, Rosewood Elementary School. And there was this other chick that was really hot. This my friend Jeff made the move. You know, everybody knew she was gorgeous, you know. We were kids, like, come on, sixth grade, you know, it's like puppy love, you know, whatever. He made the move. He almost, you know, I forget what, I gave her like a gift, a pen and stuff, and you know, he was more bolder than me, more confidence or something. I already shared my high school story. He didn't crush me. I tried. It was 30 years ago. I'll never forget it. Just about to the day. 30 years. Wow. Time's gonna go, my friends. It adds up. It adds up fairly quickly. Shouldn't have any regrets if you really sincerely tried. You know, you can't beat yourself up. You can't. You can't. Because you can't control, you know, what other people do. Therefore, you shouldn't get mad over things that you can't control that other people do. Somebody comes up and sucker punches you, okay, you know. Generally doesn't happen unless you say something, get into some type of pissing contest with somebody because they got in under your skin. Not say they're smart, but like I have an incredible ability to be able to piss somebody off if I really want to. I know how to do it. I'm just very, very good at that. Doesn't do anything for me. If there was a way I could make money off that, I'd be a billionaire because I know exactly how to do it. Now, there's some people they have very thick skin, and then but most people have fragile egos. I can crack them like in their mind. I know how to do it. In my gym, you know, today there's two heavy bags. There's one fucking guy just puts down his mat right next to the fucking bag, not even using it. And those bags can move a little bit because I'm hitting them, I'm punching them, I'm kicking them. And this rocket scientist here is, I call that, you know, idiot, imbecile, unaware of anything. And that's all I had to do was engage that guy and say, "What do you? Hey, can you move? Like, what do you? Please, what do you?" Yeah, yeah. Okay. So what I do is I said, dude, if you're gonna be this far away from where I'm using these bags, I'm going to fucking unload on them. And when I do that, it makes a lot of noise. And I do that intentionally to work on my power and to fucking fuck with them. Because you're fucking with me. You could take that mat and you can sit anywhere you fucking want with it, but not this far away from where I'm fucking working my ass off. Sweat's flying everywhere. I fucking don't fuck around. Nose is like fucking running. I mean, I'm working my ass off in that fucking place. Because I'm not there for the reason that most people are. When you get decent at something, you can crank up intensity level. Most people, I don't know what most people are, and it don't fucking matter to me. I do respect, other gym members. It's important. You don't want to get 86. Now, that can come from complaints, and then you throw out an attitude when someone says something. All of a sudden, it's like gang on you. They're all on you. What happens when I get into confrontations there? But I don't let them get under my skin. They throw out names, they call me fucking crazy and everything like that. Yeah, well, you know what? Your criticism of me working hard, if you call that crazy, then that's good for you, man. I used to say everything and anything. I had to come back galore for any of these fucking guys that would try to get on me. Amazing. They're out there. I mean, I say there should be some type of like 1 day or 1 hour they take you through and teach you gym etiquette, how to respect other people, how the machines work. I saw another thing today at the gym. There's an Olympic bar, it's 45 pounds. It's designed to hold a shitload of plates on there. And this one guy had like, I don't know, he had like 100 pounds on one side. He took the weights off, and the fucking bar almost flipped over. He didn't know what the fuck he's doing. You got to take those off almost evenly. Take it all off on one side, the fucking bar. There's no weight to stabilize the bar. And there was a guy that was fucking right there that was stretching out. That bar almost flipped over, like fucking slid down with the weights. Didn't flip over, but like the leverage of the weights and the bar and the fucking, almost went. That guy could have been seriously hurt. Not the guy doing the exercise, the poor guy that was just stretching out over there. But that's on him too for not paying attention. What are you doing? You're stretching out right in the middle of where people are fucking exercising and fucking punching bags and everything like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? They got a stretch area over there. Or go off on the fucking wall. Or go off to where there's nobody around. There's plenty of space. But the problem with a lot of these gays, they're trying to look up. They don't respect. I don't know. Look, I know it sounds like I'm generalizing here. I'm being against and stuff like that. I'm just telling you what I'm noticing from my own perception. Okay, I have no problem with them. It's just kind of like I know what they're thinking. When I'm like pounding that bag, they're thinking, "Oh, who's this straight guy, gay bashing, or something." I don't know what I can tell. It's nothing. No, 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 no. The problem is when you don't fit into something and you stand out, you're going to be criticized by everything. I don't care if you're a fucking celebrity or anything. People, they don't like anybody. There's always thumbs down. There's always people they don't like. Ah, she's nothing. Oh, he's nothing. He's a, you know. I guess that's why these celebrities go to private gyms. And I notice these private kind of gyms are all tinted out windows. You can't even see in. There's one place, it was like a little dance studio or something. You couldn't even see in that a curtain closing. And I asked the people, why do you close? Why can't I see? People are self-conscious. They don't want to be made fun of. They don't want to be looked at. They don't want to be, if they're not doing something. There's always like private little boxing gyms. There's one, Dog Pound, not far from me. Can't even see in. It's like celebrity place. Private one-on-one boxing. Okay, so let's figure. Let me. Why? Well, teaches you how to defend yourself. Does it? So, teaches you how to defend yourself. Somebody, has some pretty bad intentions and they try to do something to you, uh, you're going to tell them, hey, can you like go in the ring with me here? And I'm going to put on my gloves, my boxing gloves, and then wait till they ring the bell. And then, like, I want you to stand right there. And then I'm gonna punch you as hard, like, boxing. And then if you try to do something to me, I'm going to do my boxing move on you. Do you see how dumb and retarded that sounds? Why can't you learn everything? Learn everything? Oh, that's crazy. I can't learn everything. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Okay, you learn a little boxing. You know how to throw, how to roll, how to duck, how to punch, how to kind of move your feet. Then you learn some self-defense tactics. That if somebody tries to throw a punch at you, how to deflect their arm, in a way that's like Shotokan karate, taekwondo, any martial arts, judo, anything. Then you learn like a self-defense. I think it's like a Krav Maga, where if you can get your hand on somebody's arm, you can twist, turn behind them, get them to the fucking ground. Why is everybody just so limited in their thinking? Because the problem is, all these places cater to just one style. They don't combine anything. In 1 hour, think about that. Think about how much you could actually practice and get better at all different things. There was somebody teaching you a little bit of everything. But they don't do it that way. For whatever reason. Bruce Lee called it Jeet Kune Do, I think it was called. Combination of all these different styles, martial arts and stuff. Not really sub boxing, but just the way you would flow and everything. He even said, limit yourself to one style. Find your own style that works with your body. For me, I'm not very strong in punching, but I still practice it a little bit. But I do a lot of different shit. Try to find your own style in there. I like choreography. I like balance. I like power. I'll do a little bit of every in an hour, a little more in an hour. And then what I call my favorite part is what I call unloading. Like two heavy bags, and the distance is like about a little arm length, both arm lengths. And I get right in the middle there. I spend a lot of time in that middle. And if I'm not kicking one bag, then I'm reverse kick the other one, elbow punch. I mean, I am fucking going, man. People think I'm fucking out of my mind. What the fuck is this guy doing? What's he getting ready for something? I don't know. I'm working on precision. I'm working on angles. How to kick and land solid. Boxing was, yeah, I guess it has its place, but it's too limited. You're not using your legs for anything. You can't. You're wearing gloves. You can't like move the block, with your hands and stuff. Body, you got to move things. That boxing is just too generic. It's like just, you can't hit somebody below the belt. You can't. I got news for you. In street dirty fighting, I mean, if somebody tries to hurt you, you know, if you knew anything about self-defense, you would know where the weak points are in the neck, solar plexus, eyes, groin, knees. You can't do boxing. Well, it's just good cardio. It's good exercise. Okay, well, you know, if you're in it for that, great. I don't. I'm great. I go walking. I don't know. Like, you know, this dumb CrossFit thing. And I'm sorry, I call it dumb. Oddball movements are dumb. Okay. Somebody came up with this about 15 years ago. Whatever the fuck they came up with this, because you know what? People get tired with the regular, you know, workout routine, bodybuilding, and they, you know, and then somebody came up with this thing called CrossFit. It's oddball exercises, literally, and you could fuck yourself up really, really bad moving around heavy, weird shit that's not designed to be moved. Some of these people look incredible, I know, but I guarantee they're juicing too. That's how they look like that. Just a fad. Ridiculous. I've seen like CrossFit trainers one time in the market, and I called them on. I go, you know, you're not going to see people my age doing this. Oh, yeah, there's people. Yeah, how many or older doing oddball movements like that? You're gonna get fucked up doing that shit. Especially when you get older. You can't. Once you've been doing it a long time, okay, there's exceptions to everything. There's a 103-year-old guy that can run a marathon. Okay. How many of those people are there? So they came up with that stupid CrossFit thing. All these young people, it's something different. Yeah, it's something exciting. You know, the basics work. It worked a long time ago, and it's just as good. What happened was, in the 80s, the guy, I forget what his name was, he passed away, came up with the Nautilus machines. And that was like, you know, these machines were designed to make the exercises comfortable. They have their place, but they limit your movements. Go back to like the turn of the century, not the 21st century, and 20th century. It was like a lot of these pulley machines, pulley, not, no, pulley ropes and stuff. And they had barbells and some dumbbells. You know, they were really archaic, but people were able to build their bodies with that. I remember even into the 80s, the universal machines that they had. But what happened, the nutrition got better also. Right. A lot of people just go, you know, the sheep go along with the herd. You know, I shouldn't even care. You know, they're, you know. Well, make this one kind of brief, I guess. It was like 34 minutes. I hope you came away with a little something from this one. Kind of a little, you know, yeah, the approach in the market was pretty good. It was, you know, I procrastinate sometimes on ones that are borderline. I start overthinking. You know, some of the PUAs they recommend volume, going after. You know, that one says no, okay, try that one. No, that one says no. You know, and then what happens is you're walking around. It's very easy to build that reputation as like a desperate creep, weirdo. I remember there's some guy on Melrose I saw one time, one black guy, and he would just go after. Every time I remember, I see this guy by Starbucks. He's always trying hard as hell to mac on chick. But I just look at him and he's like, the way he's doing it, he's got no game. He's just trying volume. And I guess, hey, different strokes, different float. Okay, whatever. But let's become a better person. Think about that. Don't be so needy and desperate. I heard somebody say, if you could make yourself 1% better every day, those 1% don't seem like much, but it adds up. Time's going to go no matter what. I remember I was in Trader Joe's a couple months ago. Woman, she was a qualifier. I forget what it was. There was somebody with a dog in the Trader Joe's. Sunset. I tried to say something. She came back. I forgot. I said something about school. So I'm working on my doctorate. She goes, "Your doctor?" And I said, "Not yet. I'm working on it." It's like, it didn't matter what kind of doctor. She was probably assuming medical, but no, it could be doctor of archaeology, doctor of whatever, anthropology, of anything, doctor of chiropractic. Still, that's not a doctor. The hell it isn't. It is. Doctor of education, whatever. Doctor of anything, different things. Anyway, it's, you want to have as many irons in the fire as possible. Pull that shit out, whatever it is. There's a lot of competition out there. If you don't stand out, you're in that group of 100 dudes, and you're just 101 then. Because if it doesn't bother anybody, it bothers me. And I see what I like, and I don't get. It's like, I don't know, it's like window shopping, or you go. How do you like what? Go to stand outside a restaurant when you're hungry? I mean, what are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing? Teasing yourself? You're unprepared. You're unbalanced. Snoke said that. I created Snoke. Here's a little Star Wars for you. The whole idea is not to stand outside. Look in when the people are dining and find nice restaurants and things. The whole idea is to put yourself in there so that you can afford to do it too. How do I do? Well, you fucking build yourself a life so you can do those things. Women, it's not, they don't feel sorry for homeless people standing out there asking for money. They feel sorry for like a stray dog on a freeway or running around with nothing. That's how it is. Okay, just the way things are. Challenge yourself every day. You got a friend that's getting older, talking about this leg problem that he has. I mean, that's not intramuscular. That's when you're smoking. I'll go to the doctor. I said, the doctor's gonna fucking tell you. You got to stop, man. Yeah, I can't. You're not willing to challenge yourself. You fucking go with wasting your energy and your time going to the doctor. Amazing. Some people, they just, I don't get it. I don't get them. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's called a challenge. Stop saying it's too hard. It's a challenge. anything. So challenge yourself. Or go along like the sheep. Think about it. You ever see like pigeons around? You might see a white one in there or something, but they're all the same. They're not a bird of prey. Sorry, I'm in reference to Klingon warship. But a bird of prey is like a fucking falcon or an eagle. They swoop down and they kill their fucking prey and go. The bird of prey. Pigeon is not a bird of prey. And pigeons don't fly as high as eagles and falcons. You ever see ones that are way up there? The fucking eagle or a fucking thing is way up there. It's scouting, it's looking, it's seeing, it's everything. A pigeon is a nothing. It's a bottom feeder. It takes whatever it can get. It's nothing. It's a common. It's an ordinary. Don't be the pigeon, okay? You're in that group of 100 guys. Don't be the pigeon. Learn how to be the eagle. The eagle is smart. The eagle can outsmart there's nothings. Strong. And then when it sees food, it swoops in. Doesn't think too much. It might wait. It's what it's doing. It's calculating the right time. That's important for it. The timing is important, but it's not procrastinating. That happened to me so many times. The procrastination just killed me so many fucking times. And I didn't get that woman's number. And it doesn't bother me but I did try. I can live with that. Procrastination and fear, I can't live with. The Karate Kid 3, I saw like a clip from the ending, and Danny's down. After what he's always been through, he knows to be a warrior, to fight. But he goes, Miyagi, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. He was scared, of the guy who's fighting. He was just too good. And Miyagi comes to him and he goes, Daniel-san, it's okay to lose to opponent, but not to lose to fear. And that was it. It's okay that the guy win, but not to lose to fear. It's a big difference. Big difference. Most people are just afraid. Challenge those fears. And see what happens. You might be surprised. Challenge societal beliefs as long as it's within the bounds of the law. And if you're worried it might not be, ask a fucking police officer about it or look it up online. You have to take chances. You have to stick your neck out there. Or else you go along with the sheep. Think about that. So most people have no problem going through life being a pigeon or a sheep. But isn't it amazing how much attention these celebrities get? They're not pigeon. They're not sheep. They're the sheep herders. When you watch these movies, you give them your time. They control that. They ain't going for a sheep. They're going for something at their own level or higher. You don't have to be a celebrity. You know. The problem is when you decide, hey, I'm not going to be a sheep or a pigeon, you're going to hear it from the sheep and the pigeons because they have vocal cords. Right? Telling you can't. They want you back and with them. And the pigeons go. They're jealous because they can't do it. And you're trying at least. Think about that. No matter what it is that separate you from everybody else. Next time you try to do something that separates you from everybody else, and you don't do it, I want you to think about that. It's very interesting. Okay. That's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this one. We're Junior out.